Let's talk about books, Shody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. Today, Shell Bell and I have a promo to go over some great, exciting things that are coming up. So, Shelly, what is coming up in the week of the adjacentness? All the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. Okay. Just a shout out if y'all have not gone to listen to Ladies of Left Field, stop what you're doing and go listen to Ladies of Left Field. That's hilarious. And we just started that mid-February and it's incredible. We've turned the Single Ready to Mingle into a series, and those drop on Thursdays, and so good. Coming up this week is Amplify Austin, and so we're going to have some nonprofits drop in on the podcast a couple of times this week just to help them get the word out and share all the goodness that goes on in Austin and the surrounding area. Um, for those of y'all that are not in Austin, Amplify Austin is organized by I Live Here, I Give Here, or We Live Here, We Give Here. And it gives all of the nonprofits that sign up an opportunity to, get their marketing out in in a mass campaign. Everybody kind of stops in Austin and goes and celebrates all the different nonprofits that support our community. And it's such a powerful event. It runs March 4th and 5th. And Jody and I are very involved in nonprofits in Austin, and they mean the world to us. And so this is a very important event for everybody in Austin. I think their goal this year is to raise $1 million in those 2 days for the nonprofits in Austin, and it's incredible. So if you are looking to support We Live Here, We Give Here, and you don't know the nonprofits to support, give us a shout. We can give you some great recommendations. We're going to say Seed Path, Autism Society, the Trail Foundation, Austin Parks and Rec, public libraries, any of the school PTAs, community foundations does so much for our area. I mean, there's just countless nonprofits out there. Texas Rowing for All does so much for our community, and just such an incredible, campaign.
If
Samaritan
you
House.
And if you can't get out and about, maybe you have a cold or maybe you're just stuck and maybe you're out of town, you can still go online to the Amplify Fund. One donation funds them all. Support the Amplify Fund. There's just a link. We'll link it below in our promo information, but you don't have to go to the events, although the events are a great way to get connected and involved in your Austin community because Amplify Austin gives to so many different charities. It is Any Baby Can, Jordan's Safe Place, Austin Speech Labs, you name it. Also, our favorites are CPAth and the Texas Rowing for All. So, but there's so many different amazing places that you can donate to. So,
It makes it real easy. You just go into one platform and you click who you want to support. And so you're just doing one donation to different nonprofits. They've made it so simple. Um, Lean in on that. It's a great event and very much needed to support all the causes in the area. Ham for the musicians and artists. I mean, I could go on. We could do an entire show of all the incredible nonprofits. That's why we started Adjacent Givers. Go back and listen to Richie. Go back and listen to Dion. Go back and listen to Jeanette, Kelly, Ann Mullen. I mean, there's so much goodness. There's so people are doing incredible things around Austin, and they need funds, and so, um, you know,
And
that's
that's what
kind
makes
of
Austin such a great place because everybody in Austin is so generous. And we couldn't do some of the great things that keep Austin alive and the heart beating in Austin without all your generosity. So let's keep it up. We're going to give too, Shelly and I. We love to give to different places. So get out there and, or go on to the Amplify Austin website and start donating today. All right, what else is coming up, Shelbo? We have some big things coming up this week in our interviews. Oh my gosh. Again, thank you all of you who have lent your stories and your voices to this podcast. It is so incredible to hear everybody's gosh, I'm just so inspired every time. It's so
Me too. I love it so much. I know this week we have Donna Grubb is our single Ready to Mingle that will drop on Thursday the 6th. And then you know, we don't know who our giver is yet. But we do have Vincent on Tuesday for our interview, and that's going to be a super fun interview about Jody, what did he share with us?
Conspiracy theories, things about aliens, the drones, you name it. He is super insightful, very interesting, and wildly entertaining. I think we're gonna want him to come back over and over and over. He is incredibly interesting. So I just loved every minute of it.
It's so fun, and just a reminder, y'all may have heard Katie Daly in one of our book clubs. This is her husband, and he comes on and just shares information. I had no idea. I had no idea, and so super fun. And as always, we would love to interview you guys, and come on here, tell your story. If you're working with a nonprofit, come on and share the goodness of your nonprofit. If you're single, ready to mingle, we would love to meet with you. If you have a young, family member that would love to hear their voice on the podcast, we would love to interview the Jason Littles. I would love to get some of those upcoming high school graduates to come on and let us know what their plans are for the future, and share their adventures getting ready, to move out of the house, or uh, you know go and work for the park systems, or what have you, and anything good you're doing, and I'm sharing the adventures of ending your public school experience, and all that goodness. So we're down for it. We're down for it, and would love to talk to y'all. And we're also in the middle of, I mean, we're week 3 of Texas baseball. And so lots of fun happening at Texas baseball. Come out to left field, and let us know. Oh, and we can't wait to see you out in left field.
Yes. If you want to contribute to our podcast, we have, if you look in the show notes, it gives you some information. If you want to be an adjacent friend with benefits that like margaritas, benefits, but adjacent friends with benefits that like really like good margaritas, or adjacent big baller friends with benefits that has something to say that's not political, that we are happy to have you. There's a little dollar amount, but we would love everybody to contribute. And when you contribute, we will mention your name, of course. But it helps us to keep this running. And this is just a language of love for us. This is our way of sharing with you all the things that we love about you guys and we love about Austin. So get out there and come and donate. Be an adjacent friend of in some capacity.
Exactly. Do it. In those adjacent levels. Jody and I, at one level, we'll take you out to breakfast, or we'll take you out to dinner, or we'll take you out for margaritas. And so you get to spend some quality time with Jody and I, which should be entertaining. And then
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, and this is,
Let's do it IRL, Shelly, as you say.
IRL. Let's come hang out with us IRL and support the podcast. And as Jody has mentioned before, if you don't want merch and you don't want to hang out with us, but you want to make sure that we have gift cards to Matt's El Rancho or whatever, we're down for it. And
Yeah.
so,
Or
uh,
clothes. What
or
else is
or milk and honey. I love milk and honey.
Yeah, we could get Botox so that maybe we can be YouTube famous.
If y'all ever want us to get on YouTube, maybe y'all help us do it.
Henry.
Yeah, if you ever want us to do that, maybe y'all lean in and find us a plastic surgeon that will fix our faces.
Sponsored by Boston Plastic Surgery.
We're down for it. We're
Like we
ready for it.
say, we have faces for podcasting, not for YouTube or movies or anything, but you know.
I did, and I think the week after next, y'all get to hear Kim Stockenboyer's interview where we ask her what we should do because Kim is our very well put together friend.
Oh
One of
my
them.
gosh. I feel like most of our friends are. It's just us that
Yeah, we shit the bed. We're like, look at us. So she gave us some tips on things that we
it
need
was
to do.
short. We need to go back for a real interview on that where we just spend the
Yeah.
whole time talking about that.
Maybe we just have a board of like 2 or 3 friends that just okay, do virtual makeovers on us and tell us what we need to do. I'm down for it. I love the input. Give it
I
to
do
me.
too. But we don't want to be assholes. We need to follow through with some of it.
Exactly, agreed.
Kelly's gonna get more than one pair of shoes.
Doubtful. I have a lot of boots. That counts.
Mm,
I wear those tennis shoes until they fall apart.
that's true. You do.
There's no space in the closet, Jody.
Also, if you're kind of shy, like some of our friends, and you're like, I don't really think I have anything to say, which is not true. We can find lots of things for you to say. But the book club is also a fun way to just get on the podcast. You just talk about a book or a movie or something you did that week. It's super fun.
Yeah,
So,
we would love it. We really enjoy when folks come on book club with us, and so don't hesitate. I know some people are a little hesitant and nervous, so I think book club's a good place to start.
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, we hope that you will enjoy this week of things that are coming up. Come join us and find us for Amplify Austin. And we'll see you in real life out and about in Austin, Texas.
Okay, now let's get into book club, Jody. Let's do it.
All right. All right. So this week we had another busy week. I cannot believe how busy our weeks have been. And I know that you've read 2 big books. What did you read this week?
Mitch Albom's book is not a long book, but it's such a good historical book.
You read The Little Liar by Mitch Albom.
Yeah. And Mitch Albom has written some great books. I've always like whenever he puts out a new book, I jump on him. Uh, I think right after college, like one of his books came out, and I was like, this writer is incredible and intentional with his books, and so I've always leaned into him. He wrote Tuesdays with Murray, and then and I love that Tuesdays with Murray, and that's
I did
been
too.
uh for one more day. Just good heartfelt books. But anyway, that he has a book that was released in 2023 called The Little Liar, and it's about World War II and and very relevant and manipulation, how the manipulation came down and how that altered lives and it is in depth experience of World War II from children's perspectives and it's a hard emotional read, but I enjoyed it highly and would recommend it. The audio's great. The audiobook's great. And so if you're into Mitch album, I mean he's knocked it out of the park again. Go grab his book. It's fantastic. The other book I read is a book that Jody read earlier, and it's the wife upstairs by Freida McFadden,
Yeah.
and all the twists and turns of that. So Jody reads books and she can guess the whole thing, and so that has made me like oh, Jody guessed it. I'm sure Jody knows it by now. What's gonna happen? And I'm like, and then there's a twist, and I'm like, "Ah, Jody probably knew that twist was gonna happen. I had no idea." And then a twist again, and it's like, "Oh man, I bet Jody saw that happening. Oh my gosh, I'm blindsided. What the hell?" And it's just twist and turn, twist and turn. But I agree, Jody. I enjoy McFadden's way of writing. I found
Yeah.
it engaging. I found it made me wanna, um, turn off the TV and read and listen and then pay attention, and then I'd wake up first thing in the morning and, of course, listen to the podcast, and then I went straight back to, her book, so highly recommend it. I enjoy her writing, I can't wait to read, anything else she puts out.
Well, she has a ton of books, Shelly.
I've read a couple of them, and I think I went down a big rabbit hole with her a couple years ago, and I know she's getting some press that all of her books are the same, and people are starting to,
I don't know about that. I mean, I've
yeah.
read a couple of them. They weren't exactly the same. And as for the predictability, I was talking to Madison Tipsort about this, that when you like listen to a lot of podcasts about true crime, or if you read books about true crime, then you tend to kind of be able to predict some of the things in it. Even with some of the twists, usually you're like, okay, I think I know what's going on. Madison was telling me that even when she just hears somebody's name, sometimes she's like, that's the killer. I'm like, yeah,
Shelby, that's a killer's name, that's a
yeah,
killer's name. And well, I honestly think it's, being an elementary school teacher, especially in your department, is you're thinking long game and, how all of this is playing out. I just don't spend a lot of time, predicting and trying to guess, and so I was like, "What? What? How? Who?"
we had to read rooms a lot because sometimes little kiddos, they don't have the language to share with you what they're feeling or thinking. And so you have to read the room, read the scenarios quite a bit. But I think also you have always said you always take people for their word. What they say is true. You don't try to look to see hidden agendas. You're just like, if that's what they say, then that's what I believe. So
Exactly. It's if somebody's like, "I don't need your help." They don't need my help. Okay.
I'm the opposite.
You
I'm
assume,
like,
yeah.
what are they getting at?
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's probably why I have a child with autism. It's like,
No.
here are the facts, here are the facts. This is what they're saying, this is what they mean. Speculating is not my favorite game.
You think it's a waste of time. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me see if I can figure this out.
Yeah, you enjoy trying to figure it out. I'm like, can you just and like I've seen this with friends. It's like they get frustrated with me, and I'm like, can you just give me your rule book and tell me all the things that how to
What
engage
do you
with
need to
you?
know?
Pardon?
What do you need me to know? Just spell it out.
Yeah, yeah, spell it out. If this is gonna offend you, let me know. I'm very adjustable. I just don't think the same way other people do, and so nobody does, and so I'd rather somebody go, here's the engagement book. If you want to engage in my life, here's the rule of engagement.
Yeah. Well, did you see how Freida McFadden loves to write about people with
TBI.
TBI and because that's what her field is. That's her pen name. That's not her actual name,
Yeah.
Freida.
Well, and then it kind of freaked me out because this book, The Wife Upstairs, is the author is Frida like really a criminal?
Oh, and she's in her. I don't know. I don't think so. See, you're becoming me. You gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
I was like, what the heck? Are you spelling out that you're doing all these crimes and just in, you know, broad daylight, but
That's
nobody's
the effort. I'm gonna be a neurologist, brain surgeon during the day, and then I'm gonna go be a nutbag and ice.
Well, I'm sorry. Being a neurologist during the day and then being an author is like, wow. I mean,
Okay, people are very, very
I think
clever.
I think she's using all 100% of her brain.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Unlike me.
Jody, I haven't looked it up. Is there a picture of the who the actual author, or is it just um, you know, it's a pen name and nobody knows who it really is? She got some press over the last 2 weeks or so, is that all of her books are the same and people are starting to circle the same sentences in the books and post them. It's like,
Gosh,
yeah.
ouch. It's kind of like when we interviewed Ashley Manley, I was like, she kind of gave me a new twist on it. It's like, if you enjoy the book, just enjoy the book. You don't have to take it down for everybody else. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, yeah, it's a little hard for me because I do watch the Olympics or sports, and if somebody does something wrong, I mean, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I could be a critic too. And I'm not an athlete, so I'm not a writer. And when I go to restaurants, I go, this was good food or this was bad food. I don't want to hurt anybody's heart though. So,
But it's not, and I'm not a chef, and if anybody's gonna cook for me, I'm gonna be thankful.
okay, Shelly, you've had
But
bad food.
no, I just won't go back if it's bad. But
You don't have to blast it.
yeah, I'm not gonna get on Yelp and be like, I mean, I've been to places where there's lipstick on the friggin' wine glass, and you
Yeah,
ask for another wine glass, and you ask for another wine glass, and it's like, can I get a plastic cup? But I didn't go on Yelp and like instead I just put it on the podcast, Jody.
I'm like, wait, same thing.
Same
Uh,
thing.
I will say Little Liars. I know this is past, but January 10th, 27th was International Holocaust Remembrance Day. So I know our school, our librarian did a beautiful read many books, and the kids created butterflies and different things like that to remember the Holocaust. So, um, we just have to love each other. That's what we're here on this earth for, not to hate each other. We don't need to hate people's books. We don't need to hate people's food. We don't need to hate people's religions. We just need to love each other.
Right, I agreed.
All right, we're not rating books anymore. We decided after speaking with
Yeah,
Ash,
I
we're
took on the
just telling
weekend.
you we liked it, or maybe we didn't, or we make fun of it.
Yeah. we just have book recommendations.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I read 2 books. She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. Kubica. I hope I'm saying that right. This book was very good. Uh, it's a book about um a ICU nurse who comes across one of her patients' past and how the ICU nurse is intertwined in all of this chaos. And it is a suspenseful psychological thriller of like, you know how you have friends that are like they're a girl's girl.
Yes.
Well, the character in the book who was the patient was not a girl's girl at all.
Oh.
And I have to say that just really stunk, like,
Yeah.
I mean, just be a girl's girl. You don't have to like ruin somebody else's life. So it's very good though. And it does not end the way I would think it was gonna end. So this one really I kind of figured out what was at play, but the way it ended, I was like, whoa, okay, did not expect that. So I recommend it. It's very entertaining. And then I'm in the middle of, but by the time we do the next book club, I'll be moving on to the next thing. But I'm listening to Listen for the Lie. This is a brand new book that is a a New York bestseller. It is very interesting. It's by Amy Tintera. So, in this book, it's partly based in Austin, which I thought was really cool. Um, there is a girl who suffers another brain injury, and she cannot remember how her friend died. And a true crime podcaster comes on to try to solve the mystery through interviewing people that she lives in a small town, but she grew up in Austin and it references Austin quite a bit. The actual author, it mentions UT and a lot of the Austin original things, but the actual author, Amy Tintera, is originally from Austin. She went to A&M. Now she's living in LA, but you can tell the Austin twist to it. So I think it's, interesting. And then the podcast part is funny because it'll be the girl, you know, writing, and then all of a sudden it switches to the podcast and it sounds like a real podcast.
Oh, funny.
So I would listen to it instead of reading it, but I think reading it is also great. But I think the voices are, really good. And my favorite character in the book is the grandma. She's just like this heartfelt, just will shoot it to you straight, kind of person. So I think it's worth a read, and it's getting a lot of press right now, and it's really taken off. So
I love all the books that have Austin as a backdrop. Those
I
are
do
I love,
too.
or the hill country or whatever. It's like things that I know. Like when that book talked about Gunnison and stuff, you were like, oh, I love when books talk about places I've been and I can kind of picture them better. Jody, in this book, did they have different narrators? Like, was it different narrators or
They
just
have
this?
two,
Yeah.
two-ish. One is the main character, um, Lucy, and she's trying to figure out what happened to her best friend who passed away. And then the other is the podcaster. Um, I don't know if he's so much a narrator, but he's basically just doing his podcast in the book,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting the how theatrical audiobooks are getting. And I mean I've listened to some that had like 9 different you know, uh, participants, and I was like, "Oh, well, this is fun," and as long as you can follow the storyline.
Well, I think sometimes that there's a lot of characters, an audiobook, if done well, can help you quite a bit figure out who the characters are if
Yeah.
there's a lot. But it always takes me back to when the kids we would travel and listen to the Potter books with Jim Dale and Stephen Fry, who narrated the Harry Potter audiobooks. And those were amazing to me how they could remember the voices so well. I
Oh
just
my
like, oh
gosh.
my gosh, Jim Dale was incredible.
Oh, it was like theater. It was so
Yeah,
incredible. I
because we
loved it.
read all the books. I read all the books to the kids, and then we would listen to them, and I just loved it. It really bonded us, you know.
Yes.
I remember when the final book came out, we were in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and uh, I went and got 2 books, which was like an arm and a leg, cost a lot. But one for Peyton to read, and then one for me to read aloud to Cameron and Harry. And I would take them on a wagon trip through like up in the by Grandma Papa's house in Natchitoches, and I would just sit there reading to them while we walked around the little neighborhood. And that wasn't easy because it was a lot of hills back there, but I enjoyed reading that book.
You've always been you've always
uh,
you've always been good at that, Jody. You've always
I love
uh,
to read like books to the kids. That was like my favorite thing to do when they were little, you know. I just loved it. But Shelly and I just got back from a little trip. We want to thank Tammy and Brandon for letting us go out to Rockport and hang out with them in their beautiful home overlooking Goose Island. Shelly and Adrian, and the boys stayed in the RV. John brought his casita, and Georgia and John and I slept in it. And and Tammy was like, I brought y'all out to my house, and none of you are sleeping in it. It was really fun. I'm glad we
that's
went.
that's hilarious. That's true too. It was so much fun, and it was Le Mardi Gras, and
Uh,
it's Rockport's version of Mardi Gras, which is nothing like Mardi Gras.
well, it benefits the volunteer fire department out in Lamar, Texas, which is right next um to Rockport, and but we definitely enjoyed ourselves. We hung out, we danced the whole time that Dean Adamson was playing. Dean Adamson, we saw him at the Irish bar restaurant over in Rockport, and we danced in front of him. And this whole time he'd be like, "Thank you, dancers."
I
He'd
think
sing a song and they go, "Thank you, dancers."
and he let Jody sing "You Are My Sunshine," and we shared that on all the socials, so it's
Well,
out there.
somebody already made fun of me about it, but that's all right. And then we danced also to Code 2 and the Extinguishers, and then a little bit of the Bordeaux and Poussin uh, band. And then Adrian and Brandon the night before on Friday had gambled, and Adrian had gotten a ton of chips and won a ton of money. And then we took some of that, and then we played blackjack, which Tammy just killed it at the table. She was just raking it in.
I
But
think if you are in Rockport and the Lamar side of Rockport, um the fire marshal looks just like Sam Elliott. Is that right? Is that who it is?
yeah, that's what the
Sam the
yeah,
white.
yeah,
Um
Elliot. Except he has
oh
brown hair, but he has a big mustache.
he has a big white mustache and he's real stoic.
Stoic.
and
He can't be phased. He cannot be phased.
we tried like hell to.
Not we.
Well, I mean, yeah, we all did. Kim took it to the next level, but it was very entertaining, and I love that event. Um, it's so much fun. And Goose Island was so beautiful.
The birds, the pelicans were out.
Like,
Oh my
gosh, and the weather was great.
weather was
It was so foggy. You couldn't even see, 10 feet in front of you. It was so,
balmy, but it wasn't too cold, and except the
know,
day we left. But that's okay because you're leaving. And
yeah. It was so beautiful and fun, and Rockport is a special little town. I know it's mostly a fishing town, but it's worth a visit if you've never been
yeah,
there.
and it's
Um,
only 3.5 hours from Austin. That is not bad to
uh,
get
and
next to
and
some water.
and then I see a post that Roxy and Trey were down there at the same time.
Oh, again, and we missed them.
I'm like, hey, I mean, they're on the other side. It's not as convenient.
But they could have come down for the parade.
Yeah, and so I don't know if people know that little part of Rockport so much.
Yeah,
But I wish I would have known. So Roxy and Trey, well, actually, they're down there a lot. So next time we're going, we should message them.
for sure. So in this Lamar town, there's a nunnery there, which is really beautiful. And then they also have this beautiful, I think it's a live oak type of orchard that they're all in this tree forest is all connected by one type of tree. It's beautiful, and you can walk all underneath the beautiful canopy of the trees. And I don't know. It's a very special place. Very special place. So.
It is. It's the big tree, and near the town of Rockport is one of the most famous live oaks in the world after being Texas State Champion Virginia live oak.
Yes.
It's
So
it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's something to see.
live oak. It's so pretty. And then its little babies are around it and next to Goose Island State Park. So it's called Big Tree. You got to go. And this house was built and designed by Tammy's mom and dad, Aunt Gary, and he was an engineer. And so that is like a fortress. It has these like hurricane shades that go down, and you just feel so safe, and it's such a beautiful view. And they've been so generous to allow us to go and be part of it. And what I love about going there is every time I'm there, I see Tammy just get to sit and relax. And I
When
love
when we're not dancing our booties off.
Yeah, we dance the whole time. So he's from gambling, dancing and gambling.
Dancing and gambling, like every it isn't for money, it is for tickets, coupons.
Yeah, you basically you get the chips, and then you cash those in, you put your name on it. Brandon has his own stamp because he wins so much. And then it goes into a raffle, and then after the raffle, you'll get a prize or two. And my favorite thing is they have a baked goods table where all the sweet ladies or men, I don't know, bake some yummy little treats and sweets. And it's usually like 2 tickets for a bag of delicious cookies, which is so sweet. But I love the festival. And I love that we get to spend time with our friends there. And so thank you, Tammy and Brandon.
Thanks, Tam.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, and Brandon's lasagna. I know you've
oh
talked
my
about this
gosh.
podcast before, but that is so good.
It is. It
It's
is.
so good, and it's I mean, it's so good reheated
Yes.
and
And
days later, and it's good.
yes.
And
And
speaking of Brandon, I went to Don's Depot because Callie Dwan did a surprise visit, And he came into town, and I went to Don's, and I saw Brandon's best friend, Alex,
Oh,
and
nice.
Jingo at Don's, and I met this wonderful woman who we hope to have on the podcast, Patty Love, and I asked Jingo if he would be on
Yeah.
the podcast, and he was like, "Hell yeah, I'll be on the podcast."
Well, let's do it.
So, yeah, and so, I was like,
Yeah, we gotta get
"You
them on.
will you do Single Ready to Mingle, Jingo?" And he goes, "I'm dating somebody." And so
I know.
I was like, uh, um, "We'll wait." Anyway, Janko does this big trip where he just went to Cancun and has a big party down in Cancun and
I
people,
love that.
yeah, and so such a nice guy. But Matt, I can't wait to get Patty Love on.
Patty Love. That's a
Patty
great name.
Love, she was she's like 82 years old and she's a spitfire. Like
I like
she
that.
was handing out lollipops to everybody and just engaging with everybody. But the cutest thing is she was dancing with Robert.
Oh my
And
god.
her husband who was not in Don's the whole time comes walking up and taps Robert on the shoulder like old school, and he's like,
Can I
eyeball
cut in? Can I cut in?
he eyeballs Robert like, "What you doing with my lady?" And, it was very, very she's a fireball. I can't wait to introduce her to everybody. That's my
Yeah.
her. Look her up, Patty Love.
Patty Love.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anything else going on? Baseball and
Baseball.
on this.
Yeah, I'm almost spring break for you teachers and then it's hot season. So it's slow, it's almost pool season around here.
Oh yes, it's getting there. It's getting there. Oh goodness.
Good
Oh my
night.
goodness. Well, I can't wait for our baseball adventures. Come on over to left field. Come join us. We'd love to see you. Just tap us on the shoulder.
We'll be on the picnic table.
We'll be on the picnic tables. So can't wait to
Uh,
see all of you out there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season. And don't forget again to listen to Ladies of Left Field while we go over all the games and what we see, the good, the bad, the ugly, as they say.
well, I mean, uh, just really good advice, for the ladies. If you want talking points, I think they plan on doing the first 5 minutes of each episode. They're giving you good sports talking points and to, entice your lover with some sports talk and so that you know what you're talking about. They're going to give you some pro tips on sports.
Pro tips.
Yeah.
We'll need those for sure.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that knows more about sports than that group
Oh
of
my gosh, I know. Not me.
not me. Not me. But I love listening to it. The funniest thing was um Adrian came in and he goes, "What's a romper?" And I was like, "Well, it's a short. It's all connected, Adrian." He goes, "Well, why can't they just pull it up?" And I was like, "'Cause it's short. You can't just pull it up." And he was like, "Ah, okay, yeah, okay." So that was a funny conversation. Yeah.
Well, we'll get you a romper and then you can wear it to bed and say, "This is a romper."
Enjoy. Good luck. Anyway,
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
You and me, we'll figure it out.
That's right. There's a zipper on the side. Okay.
Now I know what to send you.
Whatever,
It'll make his day.
whatever gets him through the day.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you in hopefully at Matt's El Rancho.
Yeah, just send us a gift card to Matt's El Rancho.
Or
Texas,
just show up.
Or just show up. Texas, Texas.
Yeehaw.